Welcome to Sunday Stamping Tips, Techniques, and More. We are actually not going to stamp today, but I do have some ideas. This is an idea Sunday for you, and it's related to the Love of Leaves bundle, and in particular this die, because when I shared this in my haul mini haul, my live the other night on what day was that? Friday, I think. Anyway, it was either Tuesday or Friday, I forget. Anyway, when I showed it, people were like, whoa, what will you do with that? And I threw out a couple ideas. So I made some of those ideas, and I'm going to show you those, and then I'm sure you all can come up with other ideas. If you would like to win a free pack of rhinestones, leave a comment under this video and tell me what else you would do with this piece here. Okay, so let me show you what I've done with the leaves dies. In that live I said, oh, it looks like a cityscape to me, so I sort of did a cityscape. So what I did, this is basic black. These are all A2, and they're all horizontal cards that I'm going to share with you. And what I did to achieve this, it's on, well, we have the brushed metallic in the copper color, both underneath or on top the black as a second mat, and also under here, and also for the stars. And the stars are using the Stitch Stars dies that are in the annual catalog, and these little ones come out of the die that does, hang on, it does these. I have a silver one now and a brushed copper one. So the little stars, and they're not stitched, but the other ones are, that I did up here. So that's what they're from, the Stitch Stars dies, which don't have a coordinating stamp set at the moment, but I believe they're in the annual catalog still. And then what I did is I took this die on a piece of Whisper White cardstock, turned it up, you know, like as though I was gonna cut it, but I traced around it with pencil and I fussy cut it. That's what I did. So that is this piece here, and I did that to mask off the piece that had the lines on it so that the crumb cake would show through, and I actually got sort of a shadow, and I actually really like that because I guess this is a little bigger than the way the dies were, since I traced around the die. And then I took Memento Tuxedo Black, and first I did Early Espresso, I think, a little bit, and I didn't, right around here, and I didn't think it was dark enough. So then I got out the Memento Tuxedo Black and went over that, and then went up into this and did the whole rest of the sky. So that's what I did to get this. And then I took the Wink of Stella and put it all over the sky, so I have a nice dark night sky. I don't know why I have it really dark right there, but anyway. And then I got the congratulations actually out of the I want to say Well Said. One sec. Yes, the Well Said set 2 of 2 right here. That's the congratulations. And I stamped that in tuxedo, a Memento Tuxedo Black on Very Vanilla, and then I just backed it, and that's a 1/2 inch, so this is a 3/4 inch strip of the brushed metallic. Now, out of the brushed metallic, I actually did die cut some things, and you'll see them on the next card. And then inside I just used the plain crumb cake and Very Vanilla, and the last 2 stars I had from that piece that these came out of. Now there are in Stampin' Up's catalog, annual catalog, some copper star elements They're adhesive back star elements. I just don't happen to have them, so I got out the dies and did that, and I think that came out pretty cool. And that could be for, you know, any of your friends that are city dwellers or a male or whoever you would like to send it to. So there's idea one, Cityscape Congratulations card. Next card, I figured I'll use the dies, the leaves. So these leaves I die cut out of this brushed metallic piece before I used it on them. So this is cinnamon cider, and the paper here is the new plaid tidings paper, and I used the piece that looks like this, which actually is on Whisper White, and that is probably cherry cobbler. Yes, cherry cobbler. But I used this side, and this is actually crushed curry, and I just used the piece. This is 5 inches wide, so I cut a piece, you know, right around a little, maybe like 5 1/8, 5 1/16, because if you don't cut it a little bit bigger than this, then the paper actually, especially like here, it kind of cuts roughly on the last line. So you want your paper to be just a tad bigger than the die width. And let me just make sure. I think this is exactly 5. Well, actually it's just under 5. So if you do it at 5 or 5 1/8, you should be fine. And that's what I did. And then I made it look a little bit like the leaves were falling down or hanging down anyway. Originally I had them down lower, but things weren't working right. So this ribbon then is, it's a new embroidered ribbon, which is part of the plaid tidings suite, so it goes with this, and I love it. I love that ribbon. So I just wrapped it around the crushed curry piece, and this is very vanilla, and I stamped in cinnamon cider, and that die is from the Tasteful Labels dies. Tasteful Labels dies. It coordinates with Tasteful Touches, which is on page 124 of the annual catalog, but the dies themselves are on page 179. So it's this die right here. I did bump that up on dimensionals, and I did use the new in color enamel dots in cinnamon cider, and they look like this for 2020 to 2022 in color enamel dots, and I used the cinnamon cider color, and I just used 3 of those. And then inside I just have actually Whisper White to go with this piece, and I think you notice I like the very vanilla with the foil better, even though there's some Whisper White showing at the bottom here, but inside there was just too much Whisper White in the plaid, so I used Whisper White, and that is that one. So let me put that away, and then I have one more to share with you. This is the last one. It's a winter one, so this time I'm bringing in the Snowflake Wishes, and I did not use the dies, only the stamps. I used 3 stamps, and then what I did is, and by the way, this is Misty Moonlight and Seasides. The paper behind here is actually this, which comes out of the Snowflake Splendor. Let me see the other side of Snowflake Splendor. So I did put that behind, and this paper is actually our shimmery white cardstock. It is in the annual catalog, and it just has, I don't think you're going to be able to see it on camera. It looks like a cross between Whisper White and Very Vanilla, and can you see that? And it just has on both sides actually. You're not gonna be able to see it. There, the one side has more than the other, but both sides have a little shimmer. And so I used that, and then that is cut 5 by 3 3/4. This is cut 5 1/4 by 4. And then I took my Seaside Spray. Oh, and these are stamped in Misty Moonlight and Seaside Spray. I took my Seaside Spray Stampin' Up marker and I just drew over the dashed lines to accentuate them. And I'm a little wobbly in my drawing, so some of them aren't perfect, but you know, it's alright. I thought that looked more like icicles coming down and with the snow and things, so that was my thinking. Then this is a piece of Seaside Spray, and I put it in the Stamparatus, and I used this sentiment here. In the coldest moments of the year, my heart is warm because you're near. I stamped it in Misty Moonlight on the Seaside Spray, and then I stamped it with Versamark and heat embossed it with clear, just like I did that black tree I did the other day, whatever day that was, last Sunday I think, or maybe last Tuesday, I can't remember. I've lost track. It might have been a special video, I can't remember. And then this is the Misty Moonlight twine that's part of the Flowers for Every Season ribbon combo pack, number 153620. It comes in a pack that has a white ribbon, a Just Jade gingham, and this Misty Moonlight white and silver twine, which I love. I really wish they had that separate. And I just wrapped it around 3 times in a crisscross fashion. And then I used the snowflake sequins, which are back in the mini catalog. And then, did I leave them out? I must have left them out. Oh yeah, they're right on top. Here they are. Adhesive back snowflakes. They're supposed to be in Just Jade and Iridescent. I don't know. I think they're calling these iridescent, but to me they have more of a pink and yellow hint to them. And these are more iridescent, and they're more blue, purple, and green. So these look like the Just Jade with iridescent, and these look like pink and yellow to me. I don't know. But I guess they're all a little bit iridescent. I don't know. It's weird. And I use like 5 of them. 3 on here and 2 over here. And that's it. That's what I do. Oh, this is bumped up on dimensionals as well. This whole blue part. And inside I just put another piece of that designer paper behind a piece of shimmery white, which you're not going to be able to see. I think you can sort of see it there. Okay, hopefully. So yeah, those are my 3 cards I wanted to share with you. Different ways to use the die that comes in the lovely leaves. They're stitched leaves dies that are in the Love of Leaves bundle in the new mini catalog. So these are all the dies. And I used, on that other card, I used this one, and this one, and cut them out of the brushed copper foil, and they cut out really beautifully. There's an extra leaf. They cut out really beautifully, and this you only really have to run through once to get the lines in the paper. I run it back and forth most of the time, just because of where my machine is. So I hope you enjoyed that and got some ideas and aren't stumped, and we'll give it a try. I'm sure there are other ways to use this die, and I'd love to hear your ideas. So if you'd like a chance at winning a pack of the basic rhinestone jewels, comment below the video on how you would use it other than what I've shown. If you can come up with anything new, let me know, and maybe I'll try it in the future on a video. Alright guys, talk to you soon. Hugs, love, and peace.